Hi everyone, and welcome back to the third session of our holiday workouts. Today we're going to be looking at stretching our hamstrings, and we're going to be doing some cardio just like last week. So it would be really good if you had something like a belt, a leather belt that you use to tie your to keep your trousers up. You can use a towel, a pair of trousers, anything that you can stretch out that's not going to break. So this first stretch today, I'm just going to sit sideways so you can see. If we've already worked on some lower back mobility, so if you're quite stiff in your lower back, sometimes it can be because your hamstrings are very tight. So we're going to look at mobilizing those slightly. If you can't touch your toes, you can use a belt like this, okay, and use it to pull yourself slightly forward. And we're just going to hold this for 10 seconds and then relax. So we want to be trying to keep our back as straight rather than rounding over here, because we want to be allowing the back muscles to pull on our hamstrings. So keep your back straight and lean forward. You might also feel it in your calves as well. Tight calves like I do. Relax. And come in again. Again, trying to keep that back straight. Relax. And in again. I'm starting to feel it slightly now in my hamstrings. Before it was just pulling kind of in my lower back and my calves, back my knees as well. And what that just means is that because there are so many joints and muscle groups between what we're trying to stretch and the places that we're applying the force, we're not actually getting that stretch in our hamstrings. So what we're then going to do is going to lie down, just one foot this time. And you're going to keep your leg as straight as possible without locking your knee, don't want to damage your knee. You're going to start using the belt to pull your foot up. And because everything else is nice and stretched, you should start feeling this come in now in your hamstrings. Okay, so we're going to hold it. That's a really nice stretch. Now I'm going to do the other side. Now, a bit more flexible on this side. Try and keep the belt kind of near the knuckles of your foot. Good, we'll switch back and do this 3 times each side. And now we're getting a really good stretch in my hamstring. And this side as well. You should be able to see that I haven't moved my hands on the belt. I'm now able to get my elbows to the floor, which means that I'm, loosening up that targeted muscle group. And the other side. Perfect. Okay. So if you're feeling a little bit of tightness in your lower back after doing that, then move on to watching that first video that we did on mobilizing your lower back. Now we're going to do 5 minutes of cardio. So we're going to do a similar routine to what we did last week. this should feel a lot better now. So as you're moving down, rather than dropping further away, you should feel like you can actually come a bit closer to your feet and walk out and get a longer range of motion for these movements that we're going to be doing. So you know, everything kind of works together. There's a really big connection between your flexibility and your strength. So walk forward, knees, walk back. Now once you're comfortable with the movement, let's start picking the pace up. Those hamstrings feel lovely. Just so I'm rocking back there and putting my heels on the floor. There isn't any tightness at all. Just a nice sensation for a Sunday morning. We're changing it up now. We stay in this press up position, touch our thighs with our hands. If you're struggling to do this, when you're down, the hand that you're going to take off the floor, shift your weight onto the other arm. Right? If you're quite able to do it anyway, you can do it fast and keep your weight central, but it doesn't matter how strong you are, you will fall if your weight's central. Again, the definition of balance is to keep your weight directly over what's holding you up. So that's not what we're doing here. So there's going to be an element of speed if you don't reposition yourself. So, right, if you don't fall over when you're doing it, then you have, even if it's just slightly, shifted your weight onto your other arm. Okay, which is also fine. As an example, right, if I don't shift my weight at all, I'll definitely fall. If I just shift my weight slightly, I won't fall. Right? Impossible not to. But it's good to kind of play around with, just to see where you're at. So your triceps should be burning now. Excellent. So keep going straight away. Instead of walking our hands away from our feet, we're going to move our feet away from our hands. So hands go down, jump those feet back in, and we stand up. If you want to make it more challenging, have a jump on the end. Obviously, I can't. Come back up, hands drop down, feet go out, come back up. Keep this pace going. Get that heart rate up. Now, we're going to steal those exercises, or those movements from the first couple of exercises. So we're going to drop down, touch our thighs, jump back up. Drop down, knees to elbows, jump back up. Keep alternating for the last minute and a half. Don't slow it down. Let's keep going. Just a 5-minute blast. Get our fitness up. Seconds. Keep going. Keep that intensity up. You can do it. We should all be super fit now. The long weeks of workouts we've been doing. Awesome work, everybody. I'll see you again next week.